Hello everyone, welcome to this 60-minute Hatha Flow class. My name is Shelley and we're here at the Ministry of Yoga. This class is a Hatha Flow class for all levels and we'll be exploring variations of sun salutations, bringing in all ranges of movement into the body, integrating breath-body synchronization to create what you could say a meditation in motion. Before we start the asana, the posture practice, we're going to come into a comfortable seated position. So I am sat and I will show you on one block. You may find this isn't high enough. You may want to sit on a cushion, a couple of blocks or bricks. You may even want to do this part sat on a chair. It's very beneficial to have your hips ever so slightly higher than your knees so you can get that forward tilt of the pelvis, which maintains a natural curve in your lower back. If your knees are lifted, for example, rather than just supporting the one knee that's lifted, definitely support both so that there's an evenness in your foundation. Your seated position should be comfortable. We want to bring sthira and sukham in. Sthira, stability, sukham, comfort. And that's what we're looking for in all posture poses. And remember that the shape, you could say, I create in my body will never be the same as what you create. And the shape that one of the other Ministry of Yoga teachers makes, I will never be able to make that shape either. We're all completely unique. So within the postures that we do, it's your level of stability and comfort that is important. We don't want to go beyond our edge. We don't want to go into injury or pain. So really work with the breath, because the breath will tell you. As soon as we start holding the breath or the breath gets a little bit jittery, we know that the physical body isn't too comfortable. And we know that the mind as well might not be very comfortable or stable. So in your seated position, find that lengthening front, back and sides. Relax the arms down by the body. And if it's comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. If closing the eyes today isn't right for you, just have a soft gaze at one point. I invite everybody to take a deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out of the mouth, deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out of the mouth. If possible now, allow your breath to move through the nostrils. If the nose is congested and you can't breathe in and out of the nose, then please feel free to breathe through your mouth, but it's a small gap in between the lips. As always, allow your abdomen to gently expand on the inhale. Draw back in on the exhale. Just keep that abdominal breathing happening. The inhale, the expansion of the abdomen. The exhale, the abdomen drawing in. Allow yourself to become aware of the space that you're sat. You don't need to open your eyes and look around or just move your head. Just be aware of the space. Maybe it's through the sounds that you can hear. Maybe there's a sense of temperature. Being aware of how your body is in contact with the floor, the mats, the props. As you press down through your foundation, whatever that might be, whatever parts of the body are in contact with the floor, that as you press down, there's a rebound of energy that travels up through your body, creating a sense of lightness. Allowing your attention to come back to that abdominal breathing, that as you inhale, the belly expands like a balloon. As you exhale, the belly gently draws in. So we're not forcing the abdomen to move. It's more of an invitation. We're giving it permission. And this is how we should be breathing, unless we are doing a strong yoga asana practice, or if we are exercising, for example, or if we're in a genuine emergency. For all of the times, this is how we should be breathing. You'll probably notice that as you inhale, it's not just your abdomen, but your rib cage expands. And as you exhale, the rib cage and the abdomen draws in. Inhale as the abdomen and the rib cage expand. As you exhale, they gently draw in. Taking a few breaths on your own to notice the sensations in the abdomen and the rib cage on the inhale. And on the exhale. Possibly noticing that as you inhale, it's not just the abdomen, the rib cage, but the collarbones lift and broaden. And as you exhale, they gently release. Inhaling as the abdomen, the rib cage, collarbones expand. And on the exhale, they gently release. Three-part yogic breath. Mahayoga Pranayama. Taking a few more of these deep yogic breaths. And then allowing your attention to settle gently at the nostrils. Just noticing the effects of the first 5 minutes of your practice. The first 5 minutes of bringing your awareness into your body, developing sensitivity and a very gentle attention on what's happening when you focus on your breath. Feel free to keep your eyes closed if you know the practice of Ujjayi or ocean breath. If this is new for you, feel free to open your eyes. Ujjayi ocean breath is when we have a gentle narrowing in the top of the throat. Very simply, the chin drops. We're not dropping the head down. The chin just drops. And as the chin drops, you find the top of the throat narrows. It's a bit like when you steam up a mirror, that sensation. But as we breathe in and out through the nose, that subtle narrowing in the top of the throat means that the breath is slowed down even more. And when the breath slows down, the heart rate slows down. And when the heart rate slows down, we're telling our nervous system that everything's okay. And that helps keep us calm during our asana, our yoga posture practice. So let's try that. Just allow your chin ever so slightly to drop, not dropping the head, it's just the chin tucking slightly. And if you cannot breathe through the nose, again, it's still a small gap in the lips, but you're focusing at that subtle narrowing and you'll feel it. It's a gentle rasping. There'll be a sound like the ocean, or I like to say a mini Darth Vader, not a strong Darth Vader, just a mini one. So feel free to have your eyes closed or open and just begin practicing Ujjayi. And I'm going to do a few rounds and you'll possibly hear it through the microphone. Some of you may find it easier just to do Ujjayi on the exhale. If you're quite comfortable doing it on the inhale, stay with the inhale and the exhale, but it's very gentle. We're not doing a strong Ujjayi, a strong ocean breath. Keep doing this for a few more rounds. Maintaining the practice of Ujjayi, you can gently open the eyes. So we're going to try and maintain Ujjayi through our practice. And that gentle sound and sensation is going to keep us here in the present moment. And that gentle vibration it creates activates our parasympathetic nerve, the vagus nerve, for rest and repair. So as the practice may becomes challenging, we're still inviting that softness into our practice. So from here, maintain that length of the spine. Bring the fingertips out to the side. As you inhale, allow your arms to lift. Maybe the hands come shoulder width apart. And as you exhale, releasing the hands down, chin towards the chest. Inhaling, lifting the arms. Maybe the hands come a little bit closer. Exhaling, release. So keep doing this at your own pace. The inhale lifts the arms. The exhale releases. And it's important here that on the inhale, you press away from your foundation to help lift you. And on the exhale, there's a sensation of grounding that brings the hands down. Everybody do two more. You may be moving at different rates. Maybe now the fingertips have touched. You don't have to have them touching. Every single movement, we're looking for lengthening and broadening space, stability and comfort. As you exhale, releasing the hands down with the fingertips on the floor, just gently close the eyes or a soft gaze at one point, and just notice how those initial movements have affected your body, your breath. And then gently opening the eyes. So we're going to take one arm up. Take the left arm up as you inhale. And as you exhale, allow that left shoulder to drop. Ground down to your left sit bone. Inhale, lift up through the fingertips. As you exhale, move over to the right-hand side. Keep the left sit bone sitting down. Maybe you gaze underneath your armpit. Every time you inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, maybe, if there's space, you go a little bit deeper. You don't force it. And your next inhalation coming all the way back up. And as you exhale, release. So let's take the right arm up. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, allow that shoulder to gently drop. Inhale, lift up through the fingertips. Exhale, over to the side. Again, the right sit bone is connected. Every time you inhale, you press through your foundation, lengthen. And maybe you exhale, go a little bit deeper. Maybe you can gaze underneath the armpit. Grounding down through that right sit bone, keeping the body open, not leaning forward. On your next inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's move into a flow. Inhale that left arm up and over, only going to the point that's right for you. And as you exhale, release the arm down. Inhaling up and over towards the left. Exhaling, releasing down. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling, release. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling as you release. And then just resting the hands on the legs in any way that feels comfortable. Close the eyes. Take a moment. Notice, how does this feel? Noticing how it feels in the body. Sensations. Noticing how your breath is moving. The length of the breath, the depth of the breath. And noticing the quality of the thoughts. They'll always be there, moving in and out, but maybe by allowing your attention to stay on your breath, they're less distracting, maybe not as frequent. So gently opening the eyes. So we're going to come into our, you can say our first posture, Balasana, child's pose. So I'm going to demonstrate the pose, and there are many different variations. Everybody has different body kind of shapes and types and mobility. So we want to make sure everyone's comfortable. And this is a pose that you can come to at any point in the practice if it is comfortable for you, because I'm conscious it's not comfortable for everyone. So my favorite is wide leg child's pose. So I have a block and 2 bricks with me today. They're not essential. I will show you how to use them in the practice, but you could use things you have at home as long as they're safe. For example, some books or a cushion. So take your knees as wide as your mat. Your toes can touch. If I show you from the back, the toes touch, but then they come a little bit apart. From here, let your bottom sink towards your heels. Let your arms come forward. I'm going to move myself back a little bit. Let the elbows drop. Let the little fingers come to the edge of the mat. Maybe the forehead drops down. If your forehead cannot touch the mat, this is when you could, for example, use a block or a brick. You could, for example, actually bend your elbows and use your hands as a little pillow, or stack the fists. If you can't get your sit bones towards your bottom, you just come up a little bit higher. Again, using equipment. So I want you to stay here in your child's pose, Balasana, for the next 5 or so breaths. And as you inhale, feel that expansion in the back of the body, the side of the body. And as you exhale, feel that release, that softening. Have you still got your Ujjayi breathing technique? Allowing you to slow the breath down. A few more breaths here. So So remember, this is a posture you can use throughout the practice if it's comfortable for you, but I'm conscious that it might not be comfortable for everyone. So for example, in the practice, if you want to bring yourself now up in just a seated, if you wanted to find a different position, it could be seated, it could be standing. It's any position at all that allows you to just bring your attention back into your body. It gives you an opportunity to reconnect with your breath. So at any point in this practice, it becomes too challenging physically or mentally, then please bring yourself into a restful pose. It could just be lying down. So we're going to come up into tabletop. Make sure the hands are underneath the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are hip width apart. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. I like to have my hands ever so slightly wider than shoulder distance because I have a slight impingement in one of my shoulders. But the fingers are spread wide and the knuckle of the first finger and thumb are super grounded. Middle finger is pretty much facing forward. Some people like to turn the hands out a little bit to make space, but not like this. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders. The knees are hip width apart underneath your hips. So we're going to come into a cat-cow flow. As you inhale, let the belly drop. Draw the hands back. Don't throw the head back. Just look slightly forward. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel center in. As you inhale, the belly drops. Opening the chest, pull the wrists back. Exhaling, rounding the spine. So carry on at your own rate. The inhale initiates the movements. The exhale initiates the next movement. If there's a pause between the inhales and the exhales, there is a pause between the movement. Breath, body synchronization. Feel free now to move into pandiculation where you just move. So maybe we're rolling the hips, the shoulders, the head, forwards, backwards, side to side, up and down, diagonal. It's very much like what animals do when they just wake up, they move. If you're moving in one direction, change the direction. And with your eyes closed, you're intuitively feeling what your body needs today at this moment in time. And then gently bring yourself back to center. So from here, what I'd like you to do is to curl your toes under. Knees are still hip width apart. Sit back onto your heels as far as possible. Now slide the hands forward as far as possible. Keep those elbows off the mat. Maybe the forehead comes down. Keeping the hands flat as you inhale, bring yourself up with straight arms, shoulders above the wrists. And as you exhale, gently rocking back. The inhale breath brings you up. Shoulders above the wrists. Exhale, rocking back. One more time. Inhale, shoulders above the wrists. And as you exhale, taking the hips back about halfway, pressing the hands down and forward, lifting the knees, your first downward facing dog. So the feet are about hip width apart. Have a quick check the hands are still at least shoulder width apart. Knuckle of the first finger and the thumb grounding down. Elbow creases trying to face forward and then bring your gaze back towards your knee or your shins. I invite you all to lift your heels, bend your knees for this first downward facing dog. The goal of this pose and any pose is to create a freedom of excess tension in the spine. If we straighten the legs and get the heels down, that can cause tension for a lot of people. So that is not the goal. Take a few more moments here. Be aware of how you press down through your hands and your feet. Feel that rebound of energy traveling up your arms, your legs. And then if you want, maybe start pedaling the feet slowly. Remember the movements reflect the breath and your ujjayi breath. So we're moving slowly. You don't have to get the heel down and the leg straight as you pedal from side to side. Notice how the pressure changes from one hand to the other as the feet change their positions. And now bring yourself into your expression of the pose. That means that maybe, yes, the heels do come down. Maybe the legs are straight with a slight micro bend. Make sure the ears are in between the biceps. Remember, your expression, the shape you make in the body, has to have sthira and sukham, stability and comfort. On your next inhalation, come up onto your tiptoes, straight legs. Imagine your ribs coming back to your thighs. As you exhale, stay here. As you inhale, look between the hands now.
Take as many steps as you need to get to the top of the mat. It could be 2 big steps. It could be 3 or 4. Feet hip width apart. I'm just going to show you that would be about 2 fists in between your feet. If you have lower back discomfort, come into a halfway lift where you can parallel. The lower back maintains that natural curve. If you're quite happy with your lower back, bend your knees, take hold of your elbows and just hang down here. In this position, you might want to rock from side to side. See how that feels. Bringing a bit of movement into the body. And then from here, releasing the hands. Let's all come into a halfway lift. Fingertips gently on the shins, not the knees. So your bottom is sticking backwards. The sternum, the chest is projecting forwards. Your chin is still tucked because we have our ujjayi. Softness in the knees. We don't want to lock the knees out. If you're very happy with your lower back, on your exhale, you're going to release into a forward fold. Maybe the hands come to the ankles, maybe they come to the floor. Let's inhale into that halfway lift again. Maybe some people are just staying in the halfway lift. That's okay. Exhaling, forward fold. And this time as we inhale, let's everybody come up, sweeping the arms up. Maybe the hands are together or shoulder width apart. Exhale, releasing the hands down. And close the eyes. So with your eyes closed at the top of your mat, I just want you to notice how your body feels at this moment in time. So bring your attention into the soles of the feet, the legs, the right leg, the left leg, the pelvis, the abdomen, the length of the spine, the rib cage, the shoulders, the neck, and the face, all the way to the crown of the head. And gently open your eyes. So I'm going to come to the middle of my mat to go through Tadasana with you. So it's really important that when we do Tadasana, we activate through our foundation. Tadasana is mountain pose. This is the key posture because all of the postures grow from this posture. So let's be aware of our feet. So feet are hip width apart. Like I said before, maybe 2 fists in between the feet. Lift the toes, spread the toes as much as possible. And then from here, bring each toe down one by one. Ground down through your feet. As you press down through your feet, there's a rebound of energy that travels up through your legs. The legs become active and strong because you've pressed down through your feet. Be aware of the sides of the feet. You can say the 4 corners, the knuckle of the little toe, the big toe, the back of the heels. Press down. And then from here, let's bring our attention up into our pelvis. We want to avoid that, you say the duck bum, where we stick the bottom out, the ribs jut forward. We also want to avoid the tailbone tucking under that causes that excessive kyphosis rounding of the upper back. So what is the correct position? Very simply, you want your tailbone to gently drop down. As the tailbone drops down, you'll feel an activation in your lower abdomen. From here, we are going to engage Mula Bandha. It's a subtle lift of the pelvic floor. And then from here, Uddiyana, where we hollow out the abdomen from the pelvic floor, the diaphragm, from the sides, upwards and inwards. And then from here, lengthen from the pubic bone to the sternum, the tailbone to the back of the head, the hip bones to the armpits. Relax the shoulder blades down. From here, lift up through the crown of the head. So that Ujjayi breathing. So we've got Jalandhara Bandha, that subtle chin lock. So as we inhale and we exhale, we feel the vibration in the area of the throat. Just by turning your hands out, you're opening your chest. Now, be careful not to do, it's very common in yoga, this, to stick the chest out. No. We're keeping the tailbone dropped. We're just opening up the chest, front, back, and sides. So there's lengthening and broadening. So our Ujjayi breath is going to take us through. We're going to do some variations of traditional Hatha sun salutations, and it's going to bring in all ranges of movement. Now, it's going to allow you to bring in variations that are right for you on each day. So maybe you do the variations today, maybe another day you change them. It's completely up to you. But we are going to start at the top of the mat. So at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart, bring your hands to your heart center. And just close your eyes. With that gentle dropping of the chin, connect with your Ujjayi breathing. maintaining Mula Bandha, that lift of the pelvic floor. Uddiyana as that lower abdomen draws it upwards and inwards, that suction. Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. And as you lift up through the crown of the head, feel free to open your eyes here. As you inhale, take the arms up. Maybe the hands are together or shoulder width apart. As you exhale, hollow out the abdomen, activate the thighs as the hands come through the heart center. Either a halfway lift or a forward fold that's right for you today. As you inhale, with the fingertips either side of your feet, take the left foot back, lower the left knee down. So let's take a moment here for alignment cues. Knee above the ankle on the right hand side. Left toes curled under to keep the left leg active. Fingertips in line with your toes. Now, if you have blocks or bricks or other equipment at home, you could use this to make it a little bit more comfortable for you. Remember, the higher the bricks are, the more it does come into a back bend. So you need to take that into consideration. So I'm not going to use the bricks. I'm just going to show you how you could potentially use them. So as you inhale, draw your fingertips back to open your chest. And on the next exhale breath, you may have to round your spine slightly. As you press your hands into the mat, lift the left knee and step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your knees, flatten your toes, keep your elbows in line with your shoulders as you gently snake all the way down onto the front of the body. So I'd like you to place your forehead on the mat. I'm going to keep my head lifted slightly so I can talk into the microphone. The hands are either side of your rib cage, not underneath your shoulders. Tops of the feet are flat, pointing back. Press them into the mat and feel the activation of the thighs, the kneecaps lift. Tailbone draws down towards the heels so the pubic bone presses into the mat. Lift the pelvic floor, draw the lower abdomen in. Imagine I'm behind you with two pieces of string on your elbows, drawing back so the back of the neck becomes spacious. Keep all this activation as you inhale, gently lift up. So in this position, I want you to be able to lift your hands. It's a variation of Cobra, Bhujangasana, and I suppose a variation of Shalabhasana, locust pose. Activation from the feet, the legs, lengthening. And as you exhale, plant the hands, release the head down. Inhaling up into a slightly bigger Cobra, but the hands press down and pull back. Activate the back body. And as you exhale, come onto your knees, curl your toes. Your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. On your next inhalation, lift up onto the toes, look between the hands, step the left foot forward and lower the right knee down. So a little something to help you here. If that left foot only came halfway, for example, the right knee has come down. Just take hold of the ankle and shimmy it forward. So from here, let's make sure the alignment cues are correct. Your fingertips are in line with your toes. Left knee above left ankle. Right toes curled under. So this first round, there's lots of cues. As you inhale, pull the fingertips back to open the chest. As you exhale, stay here. Inhale, lift that right knee. Exhale, step the foot forward, hip width apart. Either a halfway lift or a forward fold. As you inhale, the palm of the hands together as you sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, hands to the heart center. So let's go through that again. As you inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling into a forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling, fingertips either side of the feet. Step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down. Alignment of left knee above left ankle. Inhale, opening your chest. Exhaling, planting the hands, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. Flatten the toes and snake all the way down. Inhaling, press through your foundation, come up into your Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhaling onto your knees, curl your toes, your downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, come up onto your toes, look between the hands, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Alignment of knee above the right ankle. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, left foot forward, forward fold or a halfway lift. As you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, palms together. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. So we're going to do two more of the traditional Hatha sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling the left foot back, lower the left knee down. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into a downward facing dog. Slightly different here if you wish to do it. Inhale, come forward, lower the knees. Exhale, chest and chin, chest in between the hands, chin to the top of the mat. Inhaling into that cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. As you inhale, come up onto the tiptoes, left foot forward, lower the right knee down. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, palm of the hands together as you come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. One more final round. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Activate the legs, hollow out the abdomen into your forward fold or a halfway lift. As you inhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, releasing, snaking down or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, cobra, pull the hands back. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, lower the knee down. Inhale, opening your chest. Exhale, left foot forward, forward fold. As you inhale, palms together as you sweep the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, hands to heart center, close your eyes. And just take a few moments here, noticing the effects of those 4 rounds of the traditional Surya Namaskar. And then gently opening the eyes. Okay, guys, so we're going to do another 4 rounds. That is our foundation. We're going to add in some spinal twists. If you don't want to do the spinal twists, you stay with what you were doing before. That is not a problem. Like I said, these variations are completely optional. Some days you will want to do them, some days you won't. So let's go back to the top of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart center. The first round is nice and slow, so we've got lots of cues, and then we just come into more of a flow. Tadasana, press down through the feet, activate the legs, drop the tailbone, Mula Bandha, lift the pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha, hollow out the abdomen, Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock, lift up through the crown of the head. As you inhale, sweeping those arms up, activate the thighs, hollow out the abdomen as you come into your halfway lift or your forward fold. As you inhale, step the left foot back, lower the left knee down. Optional, stay here for your breaths, or inhaling the right arm up. As you exhale, stay here. So as you press down through the left hand, remember you could be on bricks. There's a rebound of energy that travels up those right fingertips. Maybe you gaze up towards the thumb. Maybe it's to the side. Maybe it's down. Keep pressing down through that right foot. And as you exhale, releasing that right hand down. Let's go on to the opposite side. Inhale the left arm up. And as you exhale, staying here again, as you press with the right hand, there's a rebound of energy that travels up to the left fingers. Maybe you're gazing to the left thumb, to the side or down. On your next exhalation, releasing the hand down. Press into the mat with your hands. Inhale, lift the left knee. Optional now to take that right leg back into a 3-legged downward facing dog, but keep the hips in a closed position. Rather than taking that right leg up as high as possible, the toes are facing down. It may be parallel to the floor a little bit higher. Or you can just stay in your downward facing dog. That's not a problem. As you exhale, lower that right foot down slowly, re-establish your feet. So you've got the option of snaking down on knees, chest, chin, like we did in the last 4 rounds, or you can follow me. Inhale, ripple forward into your plank position. Active thighs pressing away. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, travel forward slightly as you lower down through a plank position. Inhale into your cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And then taking that left leg up. So again, if you're looking at your toes, the toes are facing down. And again, you can just be in downward facing dog. You do not have to lift the leg. Pressing down through both hands, engaging the bandhas, keep breathing. As you inhale, maybe come up onto the right toes, step the left foot forward and lower the right knee down. Coming onto your fingertips, we'll come into that spinal twist. As you inhale, the left arm comes up. As you exhale, just stay here. So being aware that as you press through the right, you lift up through the left fingertips, gazing up to the side or down. Right toes curled under, activating the right leg. As you exhale, gently release. As you inhale, maybe you're going to bring the right arm up. Exhale, staying here, gazing towards the thumb, maybe to the side or down. Right toes curled under. And as you exhale, release. Inhale here, exhale, step the right foot forward, halfway lift or forward fold. And as you inhale, palm of the hands together as you come all the way up. Exhaling the hands to the heart center. So we've done that round. Now we're going to do 3 more, a little bit more of a flow. Optional to not do the spinal twist or to lift the leg in the downward facing dog. As you inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, activate the thighs, hollow out the abdomen, halfway lift or forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, lower the right knee down. Optional, inhale, left arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhale, optional, right arm up as you challenge the balance. Exhaling, release. Inhale, plant the hands, lift the right knee. Exhale, optional, left leg is lifted, keeping the hips parallel towards the floor. On your next exhale, lowering that left foot down. Optional to lower down through snake, knees, chest, chin, or follow me. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, releasing all the way down. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. It's the right leg, optional to lift. Inhale, come up onto the left toe, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Again, optional spinal twist. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling, the arms come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. 2 more rounds. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling the left foot back, lower the left knee down. Exhale here. Invitation for the right arm on the inhale to come up. Exhaling, release. Invitation on the left arm to come up. Exhale, release. Plant the hands. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, right leg, optional to lift. Inhale here. Exhaling, release the foot down. Inhale, ripple forward into a plank, option to snake down, knee, chest, chin, or release with me on the exhale as you release all the way down. Inhaling into your cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog as that left leg gently lifts. Inhaling up onto the toes as you exhale, step that left foot forward. Inhale, the left arm is invited up. Exhale, release. Inhale, that right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting that right knee. Exhale, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhale, palm of the hands come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Final one. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhale, the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhale, release. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, left leg back, parallel position. Inhale, as you exhale, lower the feet. Inhale, ripple forward into that plank. Exhaling, releasing all the way down, or one of those first variations. Inhaling, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog as that right leg lifts up. As you inhale onto the left toe, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left knee down. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, halfway lift or forward fold. As you inhale, palm of the hands together as you come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, close the eyes. So take a few breaths here to notice the effects of 8 rounds. 4 traditional Surya Namaskara, 4 with variations of spinal twists. And then gently opening the eyes. So we've got 4 more rounds to go, and then we have a really beautiful relaxation Shavasana. Just making sure that my microphone and everything is in the right position. So guys, again, you can repeat what we did in the first 4. You can stay with the second variation. These next 4 variations are challenging. If you have Chaturanga, which is lowering down through plank, feel free to come into upward facing dog. If you do not have that in your practice, just lower all the way down. I am going to do a separate video on that, which will be on the website for you guys. But so if I'm talking a language you don't understand, just lower all the way down or snake down. Okay, first round, nice and steady so that we know what we're doing. Standing at the top of the mat, bring the hands to the heart center. As you inhale, taking the arms up. Optional slight back bend as you press down through your feet. As you exhale, hollow out the abdomen, activate the thighs, halfway lift or forward fold. As you inhale, step the left foot back. Now you have an option to keep the knee lifted. Feel free to lower the left knee or keep it lifted. And then from here, again, that spinal twist, a little bit more challenging because the knee is lifted. And as we exhale, let's release that right hand down. Inhaling the left arm up, challenging the balance here. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, right leg back, but let that leg go as high as you want. Open the hips. Keep looking at your left big toe. This is where I imagine I am a starfish. And as we exhale, let's lower that right foot down with control. Same as before, inhale, ripple forward. You can either knees, chest, chin, lower all the way down, or follow me. Exhaling, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. So see here is only the tops of the feet and my hands. My knees are not pressing on the floor. I'm pulling my chest forward. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take that left leg as high as you like. Keep gazing at your right big toe. Press through your hands. Inhale here, and as you exhale, step that left foot forward. And for here, again, option to lower that right knee down or keep the right knee lifted. So from here, inhale the left arm up. Spinal twist. Exhaling, release. Challenge the balance. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, step. Right foot forward. Exhale, halfway lift or forward fold. Inhale, palm of the hands together. Come all the way up. Exhale, release. 3 more to go. Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling. Forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling, right foot back. Option to lower the knee or keep it lifted. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhaling the right arm up to challenge the balance. Exhale, release. Plant the hands. Inhale here. Exhale, step that left foot back, opening up the hips. So the belly button opens to the left side of the mat, but your gaze is still towards your right big toe. On your next exhale, that's with control, lowering that left foot down. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, lower all the way down, or Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or your cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog, and take that right leg as high as you can, gazing at that left big toe. Inhale here, and as you exhale, step that right foot forward. Optional to lower the left knee down. Inhale the right arm up, spinal twist. Exhaling, release. Inhaling the left arm up, spinal twist, challenge the balance. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, step the left foot forward, halfway lift or a forward fold. Inhaling, palm of the hands together, come up. Exhaling, release. So we're moving into our final 2 rounds here. Choose the variations that are right for you. Inhale, taking the arms up. Optional slight back bend if that feels good. Exhaling, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling, left foot back. Optional left knee lifted. Inhale, right arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg back, opening up the hips. Inhale here. Exhale with control as that right foot comes down. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, lowering all the way down, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you take that left leg as high as you can. Inhale, come up onto the toes, step that left foot forward, optional to keep that right knee lifted. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhaling, release. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot forward. Halfway lift or forward fold. Inhale, palm of the hands come all the way up. Exhale, release. Our final round. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold or a halfway lift. Inhaling the right foot back, optional knee lifted. Exhale here. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, release. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, left leg back. Open the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, releasing that foot with control. Inhale, rippling forward, plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog as that right leg lifts and opens. Inhale here, as you exhale, step that right foot in between. Maybe the left knee is lifted. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhaling the left arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot forward, halfway lift or forward fold. Inhale, palm of the hands together as you come all the way up. Exhaling, releasing the hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath. Noticing the sensations in your body. How your breath is moving. The quality of the thoughts in the mind. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out of the mouth. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Releasing the hands. And when you're ready, gently opening the eyes. So after all that work, you are ready for your Shavasana. So, as always, with your Shavasana, you may want to put on some warm clothes, socks, blanket, jumper. I also like to use something under the back of the head. You could use a cushion, not something too big. And the reason why I'm going to show you is that when we are laid down, I'll just move my mic to the side, is that sometimes the back of the head,
When I move the block and I move my bobble, which is in the way, the head sticks up. You see, the chin is really high. So what happens, the block, or whatever you use, just allows the chin to gently tuck to keep that natural ujjayi happening. Arms down by the side of the body, palms facing up, feet as wide as the mat, feet falling out. If you've got lower back compression, feel free to keep the knees bent or put something underneath the knees. So I'm going to be staying seated, so I invite you to find yourself in your Shavasana now. Make sure that you're comfortable. In your Shavasana, you want to be able to, when the time comes, completely release all muscular effort. So a few more moments for you to get ready. Maybe you need to turn out the lights, maybe turn off some music if you had music playing. Do whatever you need to do to be comfortable as you lie down on the floor. So we're going to go through a few practices to help us to release all that tension that may be being held in the body after that practice, because it was quite dynamic, even though there was variations. So with your eyes closed, bring your attention to your feet. As you inhale, tense up your feet. Hold the breath in. Exhale, release the breath. Release that tensing of the feet. Feel that flush of energy moving through your feet. Bring your awareness into your lower legs, just below the knees. And as you inhale, tense up the feet and the lower legs. Hold in. Exhale and release. Just feel that sensation flowing through the lower legs and the feet. So now from the base of the pelvis, so the whole of the legs and the feet. As you inhale, tense up the legs and the feet. Hold it in. Exhale, release. So now bring in the pelvis area, so the buttocks, the lower abdomen, as well as the lower body all the way to the feet. As you inhale, tense up that whole area. Hold it in. Exhale and release. So I invite you to maintain that area, but bring in the hands and the arms. So as you inhale, hands, arms, abdomen, pelvis, legs and feet, tensing as you breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Bring in the whole of the torso this time. So it's everything bar the neck and the head. Inhale, tense everything, holding. Exhaling as you release. Now including the neck and the face, the head, the whole body. As you inhale, tense up the whole body, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And let's do that one more time. One final time. Inhale, tense everything up and hold it for as long as you can that you feel comfortable. And when you are ready, in your own time, you exhale, you release, and you let your whole body sink into the floor. Allow your whole body to be supported by gravity. Let all the muscles release. There's no muscular effort. The only effort you should notice is that breathing, where as you inhale, the belly expands like a balloon. As you exhale, the belly gently draws in. Staying with your abdominal breathing. Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose and a deep exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Licking the lips, gently moving the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles, and allowing those movements to get larger, maybe stretching the arms, stretching the legs, bringing full awareness back into your body, back into the space that you're in right now. And when you're ready, gently rolling over onto the right-hand side. But if for any reason that isn't comfortable for you, feel free to stand your back or roll to the left, as if you've just woken up this morning. And take a moment to notice the quality of the sensations in your body, quality of your breath, quality or potency of the thoughts in the mind, in comparison to when you first came to the mat. Very gently bring yourself all the way up into a comfortable seated position, maintaining verticality of the spine, softness in the body. You're more than welcome to keep your hands resting where they are, or you can bring the hands to the heart center. Anjali Mudra, gesture of respect, gratitude and reverence for yourselves, for making the commitment and the dedication to practice yoga, to practice self-care. We'll close this practice with a unifying Om. Om is the universal vibration that in yoga we believe connects everybody to everything. Pronunciation is Aum. So we'll begin by unifying the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling for Om. We offer the fruits of this practice to divine consciousness in the hope that it benefits all sentient beings. Namaste. When you're ready, gently releasing the hands and fluttering the eyelids open. Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again virtually on the mat soon. Thank you.